Hello, this is mostly for Neve. I'm going to teach you how I do my eyeshadow. So I have my whole face done. So I'm just going to do the eyeshadow last. And I'm going to do a purple kind of look. So there's 4 or 5 basic steps that I follow, which is to do a light shade above the crease. So as you can see, I kind of have hooded eyes as well. So do a light shade here, darker right in the crease, and then darker out here, and then shimmer across the lid. So when you're doing this, pick your shades. So you can see here I have like a pink, a purple, and a purpley pink. So I'm going to go with the purpley pink up above the crease, and you use a big fluffy brush for that. So this one is called Foreplay. And I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to look into my mirror here, but you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So you go above the crease, kind of like circly motions. A little bit more, and I do like 1 and 1 to make sure they're matching each step. So this is called your transition shade. So this should be a lighter shade that all the other colors will match. So if you were doing a neutral eye, you would do like a lighter brown or a lighter tan color. So when you have a palette, I'll just show you with this one. So you can see that they kind of all come with their own lighter versions of each other. So that would be a good transition shade for, say, this or this darker one, depending. And like this would be a good transition shade for these darker ones. So that would go above the crease, and that would go in the crease. So that would go above and in. You can do like loads of combinations. And you don't have to use all the same colours from the same palette. I'm going to be using different ones for this. So you just blend it out like that. Nice and light and above the crease. Not all the way up to the brow, because we're going to do that with like a white or a tan in a little bit. So you're going to fill in the crease now. And you want a brush that is thinner and denser. So I'm going to use this one. If you can see, it goes like that. So it's kind of like flat. So what I do is I go in first like this, and then I turn it to blend it out. So I'm going to go in with the darker purple here, and I'm going in first with it turned sideways. So right in the crease, and this is a really good technique for hooded eyes, because you're kind of creating the illusion of a higher crease. And then the other side, you see? And then I'm going like right in, you can see, like, and I'm using that as a guide. So I'm not straying from my eye socket, say. So right into the eye socket, and then I'm going to turn it on its side, and I'm going to blend it out. So can you see with the transition shade how they go nicely together? And blend it out. Now, so there we're up to step 2. So then for step 3, I want it even darker purple than that for like the corner of my eye. So there's not one in that palette, so I'm going to go to a different palette for that. And I'm probably going to pick either this one or this one. I'll probably go with the darker one, because fuck it. So this, you're just going to go like from here down. So from here down. And a lot of doing eyeshadow is getting to know like the geography of your eye and trial and error of where to put colors. But this is like a general rule for like deepening the look, and darker on the outside and lighter on the inside is like a general rule for opening the eye out. So we're kind of going like in a triangle, so like down and out like a wing kind of, and you can bring that down onto the lid. So like so. So there we have the darker. So that's step 3. And then step 4 is going to be a nice shimmer. So you can see here there's an area where I don't have any eyeshadow, and that's where you want to go lighter. And generally with a shimmer you want to use like a brush like this that's really thin. This is called like a packing brush. So you kind of get it on like the thin side and you kind of like pack it on like that. So you're not so much brushing as pressing. I'm actually going to go with a slightly smaller one because I like to use that for my upper lid. I really have to clean these brushes. So yeah, that's the same, but it's just smaller. And I'm going to go in with this one, which is called Oral. Love the names. And I'm going to like press it onto the brush just on one side, and then I'm going to like pack it on like this. And I'm going like from say the middle of the eye out, because we already have the dark here. So I'm going from the middle out, and I do the other side. And the middle out. Pack, pack, pack. And this is a nice color. It has like a kind of purpley pink shift to it. I don't know if you can see. You'll probably see when I blend it all out. So that is that. So that is what we want to do. That's step 4. And step 5 is going to be the inner corner. So the inner corner here. So I'm going to go, you want to go light and shimmery there. So I'm going to go in with a different color and just a different brush. Same kind of packing brush. I'll probably use this like light shimmery pink here. And I just pack it on and pack it in. So my inner corner starts there. So can you see? I don't know if you can see kind of how that illuminates just the inside of the eye. I'm going to do the same on this side. Yeah. And the last step, now that you have all your colours in place, it looks pretty good, but it could look better, is blending. So you go back to your original brush, the first one that you used for your transition shade, the big fluffy one, and you just sweep it over and back, and you just want to blend all those colours together, because a nice blend always looks less harsh. Blend, blend, blendy, blend. Get those, and you kind of want to make sure both eyes are matching. I have slightly different shaped eye sockets on both eyes. I don't know why. And this one always ends up being like a little bit more flicky. So I like try and get this one to match by just blending it a bit more. Yeah. And then blend this a bit more. Now, so that's like the basic kind of 5 steps to eyeshadow. So we went transition shade above the crease, darker shade, matching shade in the crease, darker outside, kind of like a wing, and then from the middle in we did like a shimmer, and then in the inner corner we did like a lighter shimmer. So that's basic eyeshadow, kind of 101. So I'm going to do another video for if you want to like embellish more or make it more And you could do, like, these rules apply for every shade of eyeshadow. So neutral eye. So here's what I would do for like a neutral eye. So step 1, I would do a transition shade like this. Step 2, go into the crease with this. Step 3, do the outer kind of wing with this. And then step 4, do a shimmer maybe with this, and then blend it all together. So that's like your neutral eye as well. Okay, so 10 minutes, that's enough. So I'm going to stop it now and do like the next few steps.